Hi, this is attorney Stephen Spano.
And I'm attorney Andrea Witt with a legal and financial minute or two. In the first episode of our Selling Your Home series, you learned how to choose the best option to sell your home for hundreds of thousands of dollars more than the worst option.
While in the second episode of our Selling Your Home series, you learned how to carefully select the right real estate broker to avoid critical mistakes that could cost you valuable time and tens of thousands of dollars.
And in the third episode, you learned about the sales channels that should be used to sell your home so that it's sold at the highest possible price for you.
In the fourth episode, you learned about the offer and acceptance agreement as well as the purchase and sales agreement and how critical each of these agreements is to protect you.
So in today's episode, you'll learn about the most rewarding part of the transaction, collecting your check. It sounds simple, but there's a lot that goes into getting your check without any strings attached.
The last step in the process of selling your home is referred to as the closing. It's where the deal is finally closed. You get your check, the buyer gets the deed, and the keys, and you start the next exciting chapter in your life.
But before that happens, there's a small mountain of documents that needs to be signed by both the buyer and the seller. Traditionally, the buyer and seller were together in the same room at the same time and signed all the documents.
However, in many closings today, the buyer and the seller do not want to travel to the closing and sit in a very small room while everyone signs all of the documents. Oftentimes, the seller's attorney receives all of the documents from the other attorney, a third attorney, who represents the financial institution who's lending money to the buyer. And they receive those documents in advance of the closing. Your attorney can then review the documents, make any corrections, and strike any offensive terms that you didn't agree to in the purchase and sales agreement from the documents before you sign them.
Your attorney will then meet with you to review the documents and have you sign the documents, after which your attorney will send them by courier to the attorney conducting the closing. The buyer's attorney is often meeting with the buyer at the same time as you're meeting with your attorney. They have their client sign another set of documents and send them to the lender's attorney by courier, just as your attorney is doing with you.
The lender's attorney receives all of the documents and reviews all of the documents provided by the couriers while the couriers are still waiting right there in the lender's attorney's office, and then gives the seller's courier the check to give to you and gives the buyer's courier the keys to give to them.
While it sounds simple, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make the entire transaction pleasant to the buyer and the seller.
This is our final episode in the Selling Your Home series. Be sure to watch our next episode to see what we have in store.
Remember, all lawyers and law firms are not the same. Seek out an expert law firm to protect you and your family.
We hope this legal and financial minute or two has helped you and those you love to protect your health, your assets, your income, and preserve your way of life.
If you have something you would like us to address in one of our segments, or have any questions on this or another legal or financial topic, feel free to call or text Spano and DeWicki at 781-231-7800 or email us at help@spanodewicki.com.